All right. It's Against All Live Sports Radio Show. We live. I'm Javon Bates, the Legacy.
Bruce B. Smooth Ballard.
All right. So, last week, well, first and foremost, before we get into the conversation of sports, I want to tell everybody we appreciate them for tuning in every week, keeping our radio show alive and, continuously throughout the weeks, throughout the months, and throughout the year. And I just thank, everybody for the support. And also I'd like to thank my colleagues, my friends, my co-hosts, Bruce and Tank. So that's first and foremost. That's just how I wanted to start the show off. Thanking you guys. We've been with Tomahawk Entertainment for a long time, and we starting to see things blossom a lot more every year. So we got projects coming up. Bruce got him a book, and then we got some other stuff that we'll reveal later on. Got a book movie coming out also. So y'all tune in for our upcoming stuff. So for more information about the company, we try to keep the website updated, tegmedia.org. That's tegmedia.org.com. Check us out. And we try to keep it updated. We still got some stuff to put on there, but it give you a nice little outline of what we kind of do on a daily basis. We got more stuff to get on there as well. So now that we got that out the way, you got anything else you want to say, Bruce, before we get started?
Yeah, we definitely like to thank everybody. And I was talking to somebody one day that was like, how we met in Dillard, around 1998. Man,
that's throwback. Yeah, that
throwback. Yeah. So then we started Tomahawk right about before the book, so 2003, I guess.
Tomahawk was started about.
Because it's been about 20 years now.
Yeah, it was about 2003, right?
Yeah, man. I was like just thinking.
Tomahawk Records to be exact.
Yeah.
20. We started Tomahawk Entertainment Group in 2011. So
yeah.
8 years later on, we developed so many things. We outgrew the record label, and we went straight to the entertainment group. So
yeah,
we still had the record label in based, but we got the entertainment group is what the entertainment is about. Entertainment agency.
Yeah, like what was it? 6 of us in a room.
I believe it was Mike,
5,
Mike Hudak, Chris
Sanders.
Chris Sanders, you, me. It was 4 of us.
Yeah, 4 of us. 5.
It could have been 6 of us because we had 2 other guys that was at Dillard. They never came through. So
it was 5 of us. Yeah, and Chris is still around in Cleveland, but you ain't seen him in a while. Mike, we ran into Mike a while back.
Yeah, I ran into him when I went to Florida 2 years ago.
Yeah,
I was actually able to revisit him, but it was, like I said, it was a beautiful thing to start it, and we still finishing it. So,
yep, got more product coming.
Oh yeah, for sure. So Bruce got something.
All right,
y'all. So y'all stay tuned for him. He got something for y'all. He got something cooking for y'all.
Yeah, something for the kids. Maybe something later for it. Someone's telling me to write my autobiography. I was like, well, perseverance, I guess. But yeah. So let's get on with the show.
All right, we're gonna start on with the show, like you said. So we're gonna get the stuff we don't want to talk about that much out the way. So let's get into the Cleveland Cavs. It ain't too much to say about the Cavs, as you can see. I mean, what's they on a 10-game losing streak?
11-game losing streak.
11-game losing streak.
Yeah, and shot 26% from the field yesterday. You You can get G League players to shoot 26%, probably better.
26%. Listen, me and you can shoot 26%.
Yes, you and I, we can. That's on Gatorade. We don't even need to go to Gatorade. That is ridiculous. That's horrible.
Give me season tickets and I'll shoot 26% for you.
I mean, they have just packed it in. They're ready for vacation. Well, I think they only got like 15 games, 17 games left anyway.
Well, I keep hearing tank. So I don't know if that's true or not, but
I don't think they even have to tank. I think they just don't have the interest. So I think they play and they realize, oh, we ain't gonna win this one. Forget it.
So is the NBA still interesting at this point? Not saying
no, it's not.
I agree to an extent. I agree because football, and I'm not saying it because we cover football the most, but football, they had never ever during the COVID period or the COVID era, football was the only sport that kind of like maintained this cool through the whole thing.
Yeah.
The other sports kind of like, oh, we're gonna cut this out. We're gonna not do this, do that. Football was the only sport that might not have fans in the stadium, but they had fans still in some type of capacity. And the fans continue to follow their team. So they was at home doing tailgates. They weren't at the stadiums per se, but they were still interacting. And when we talk about Cleveland sports, we miss the days when the Cavs would make the playoffs. We miss the days when the Indians would be there in the playoffs. So now we sit back and look back like, oh wow, we got the Browns. So we going back to the 80s again.
Yeah, back to the 80s.
And the Cavs was just like, okay, who they play?
Yeah. And the Indians were so. But the Indians are over 500 right now. So they're still in contention for the playoff. They
got to sell that team maybe they can sell them to the Haslam's, maybe.
No, they're looking like the word is out that the Haslam's would be interested because the Dolans seem to be more divesting instead of investing, which the Haslam's are looking to invest.
Yeah,
so
I wouldn't mind them buying the team, as I believe they'll probably get the right GMs, the right people to invest. We have to see.
It's just as mid-major for baseball. Mid-majors come and go. They have their time, and pretty much mid-majors are the farm leagues for the majors, the big majors. Like we always see New York, the Yankees, the Mets, the Astros, the Angels, and the Texas. All the big franchises we seem to be minor league farm systems for. And as we see, Lindor, he developed here now, can't afford him, he's gone. So now he'll be a Mets for about 10 years maybe.
Yeah, we always groom them up. We always, get them set up.
Yeah.
Send them off, and then they blow up. They go win a World Series somewhere else.
But win the World Series somewhere else.
That's what I get.
Like Bieber. Bieber will be gone. Bauer will be gone. Man. So enjoy them while we can.
You're right. Enjoy them while we got them for like 2 years tops.
Maybe.
Unless we change ownership and see how that go. But other than that.
Yeah, unless we change ownership that really want to, like you said, invest in the mid market. But that's the way baseball. I think baseball has to change in order for the mid markets to flourish more. And baseball changes, but baseball is not going to change.
Nah, don't expect it.
Nope, they're changing the rules, but they're not trying to make sure that the mid majors, the mid markets.
With no salary cap, it's hard to possibly win for real. I mean, we've been there with the lowest salary, one of the lowest salary caps. We've been there before, but it's harder to win. I see. Without that salary, I mean, with the salary cap, it's a little harder.
Well, they did expand the playoffs, which allowed the mid markets to get in there, but they just can't compete once they get in. But I mean, it's not the Major League's fault that when Cleveland did get in, they blew that 3-0 lead, and then they blew the lead with over the Cubs. So
Right.
you know,
So the question is, let's get back to the NBA. The play-in. I not really interested in the play-in, even though they got some good teams, I guess, facing each other for the play-in. I think that was just to get some attention because the NBA, let's be truthful, nobody's been really following these games during the season like they used to. People used to go home like, I gotta watch the Mavs play the Cavs or the Cavs Celtics or whatever it is. Now you like, man, I just catch them games later on.
Because they don't play hard until the playoffs.
It's like you said, it's like the urgency is not there as far as the playing, like you said.
Well, people had a lot of idea. They thought the NBA should do a tournament type of situation with this COVID, a tournament and a bubble, and the teams it would have been more interesting to watch. Not a 7-game or 5-game series. Do a tournament type of situation, and they could do the regular season and then cut it down to a tournament, and people would have watched that because the players, they would have played hard.
Oh yeah, and they know it's a one and done.
Yep, one and done. They would have played hard, and then some of the players probably would have rested in the regular season and then been ready for the playoff. But this has been a brutal transition because they really didn't get a lot of time, especially the guys who are always in the playoffs. They didn't get a lot of time to rest because the NBA went right almost into a second season.
Right. Yep. So I agree with you on that.
I think
I feel like with the super teams and you got like 5, 6 superstars, not superstars, but names as they call them on the same team. That stuff is just what happened to, like you said, when we was talking about everybody had their own team. And then
that's it. Well, you gotta watch then when all the stars are spread out. But when everybody's in the same place, there's only certain teams you need to watch.
Exactly.
So they allowed this stacking of players because they allowed it because remember when they blocked that CP1 trade, CP3 trade to the Lakers. So we know they can stop trades.
That was Dan Gilbert.
Yeah. So
he vetoed it.
But I think it all began when they kind of forced LeBron to leave and let LeBron stay and keep Durant stays in one area. Everybody up. I mean, just spread these superstars around. And I think that's what's going on with the NFL. These quarterbacks. NFL is basically quarterback driven. So the quarterbacks can't be doubled up in one place. And then you receivers, next year receivers, we got away from running backs. So pretty much the receivers. So the quarterbacks pretty much stay with the receivers, but the NFL has done a good job marketing, keeping star quality in different cities. I mean, we could kind of see it in this draft where all these you got a bunch of young quarterbacks spread all over, as well as veteran quarterbacks, and it's like, well, not a lot of teams need quarterbacks now because they're pretty stacked with some young talent. We don't know really who is going to come up, but with Brady leaving and Rodgers leaving, so it's open. But then all of a sudden, look in the NBA, Zion gets hurt.
Yeah, just yesterday, Jaylen Brown got hurt.
See, that's the big names of the Celtics. You still got what's his name left, but Tatum left. But Zion, this is the second year we don't get to see Zion nationally. But I don't know why both his fingers aren't taped instead of individually. That because when you tape them up, it's hard to spring your finger and jam your finger when you tape them up together.
Yeah.
But your hand's gonna get smacked. That's for sure. But like we said, this is the second season. It's hard for the East Coast to see Zion anyway because he's on the West Coast. And even though you can pay for it, but he's coming on so late.
Sound like a Blake Griffin when Blake Griffin first came to the NBA.
Yep, Blake Griffin over in the Clippers.
Yeah.
Couldn't really see him. Yeah.
Then he finally around, but he was out of his prime by then.
Yeah. But we'll see. I mean, I think and then a lot of games. Well, I like that they do the ABC games, but a lot of games, they're on
but
TBS.
They're not really interesting though.
No, they're not. No, they're because, like we said, there's no rivalries.
Nah, all those rivals are gone. It seems like when LeBron left to go to the East is just, I don't know.
Yeah. Pretty much. And I mean, the young talent in the East, pretty much, I mean, the game, as we see, they let everybody come down and shoot a three. And they're open. They don't play no defense. But even if it's a shooting fest, it's not close because it's one team ends up winning by 20 and other or 30. It's not even interesting in that point. So
it's not. Now you said it's a bunch of big men that shooting threes now.
Big men shooting three. That's right. Who really wants to see a big guy shoot a three?
No, we want to see you post up, dunk.
We want to see you post up and dunk on somebody.
15-footer or something.
Yeah. That's it. But now the game is everybody shooting outside. It's almost like playground. Yes. And then we see and the worst part is we're watching pro shooters, and some of them are horrible shooting outside.
Man, terrible.
Like the Cavs shooting 26%.
That's horrible.
I don't even know who watched that game. You see them breaking like that.
Once again, we talk about the NBA. I mean, they put together these schedules. Like you said, they want to stack these teams. I mean, that's what you're gonna get.
Originally, they were gonna go with the short schedule, and then they went from the short schedule to saying, "Oh, well, we're gonna extend it." I think they should have gone with the shorter season.
And they chopped it down 10 games, didn't they?
They said they're gonna do 60 something, then they made it 70.
Yeah.
So I think they should have stuck with the 60.
2 games.
70.
They should have just made it 50 games.
They should have just made it 50 games, or done like they did last year. They made it 40 and did the bubble and did it like that. And people probably have been invested in it because it's been a short season. And then the players would have got a chance to rest for the next coming season.
True that. And this season, like you said, it just I know the TV stats went down, and I can imagine the TV, everything probably went down. NFL,
everything. Basically because they put a lot of sports on cable instead of local, and so most people, there's still a lot of people who aren't going for cable or the internet, so they're losing viewership on the people who don't have that would watch it, like the Cavaliers. They're on cable. Who gonna pay for that horrible product? We will watch it more if it was on the local station channels like it used to be.
You're right. We're not paying for that, like you said.
No, I'm not paying for to watch that horrible game.
We can't even go to the bar and watch that stuff.
Well, the bars are losing out because they're horrible.
Exactly. We can't actually go to the bar and watch the Cavs. I mean, be real.
Nope. When the Cavs are winning, the bars will be packed almost every game. people would just go out to eat. I mean, we had the COVID situation, but people would just go out to eat to watch the Cavs.
Even when we was interested, when we had the Drummond, when we had the three centers, Young Bull, Garland, we was working on possibly getting somebody. People was actually watching the Cavs at that point.
They were watching the Cavs because they were competitive. Drummond played some defense and blocked shots, and the Cavs were in the game. Yeah, they were competitive, and then all of a sudden, but we knew that. We said when they traded Drummond and when they wouldn't let Drummond play, we said season's done.
Yeah, because we was actually winning games. We was beating the Nets. We was doing like stuff.
We were competitive.
Yeah,
yep. It's like they said, wait a minute, Cleveland's good. Whoa, hold on, we got a problem here.
Pump them brakes.
Pump them brakes.
Pump them brakes.
And so all of a sudden the Knicks got good.
All of a sudden, like you said, the Knicks are competitive. Oh, we're gonna talk about the Knicks now. It's the Knicks' turn.
Oh.
That's what it is.
Yeah, that's what it is. Not the Cavs' turn, the Knicks.
No, Cavs already had a turn.
We get. Oh, wait. So we traded Dante Exum. They got rid of they get rid of Drummond.
Clarkson. Then we get rid of Clarkson.
Got Clarkson the year before.
Yeah, I'm saying, but he balling now.
Yeah, he was balling before last year in the bubble. So Exum we get rid of this year, and then we get rid of Drummond. And Exum was our only basically big guard who could defend the big guards. So we like, well, now we don't have no defense, and they're talking about we want defense. And so they get rid of Exum, so we don't have any big guards, and then we get rid of Drummond. And Allen's balling, but then all of a sudden we got injuries come in, which I guess is bona fide. And we can't seem to find anybody from the G League to come in and make up for these injured guys.
We found Varejao, though.
Then that's another thing. We went and got old Anderson Varejao. That was like, we're done. Why would you find some young kid to develop rather than bring Varejao in here? So, okay, what are they doing? They don't even know what they're doing.
Oh, we didn't get no tickets sale, and let's bring him back for Varejao. Maybe he can sell a few tickets.
Yep. And they start showing some highlights of Varejao. And Anderson talking about, well, I'm still with Cleveland, even though I was with him when they got their ring. Well, he got one. He got one too because we half a season with that year. But more power to Anderson, but we just a bad year.
Pass your time, Anderson. Pass your time.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even think they're gonna win 30 games this year. We predicted 35-40. If they had a longer season, we said 40, but with the short season, we said 35. I don't even think they're gonna get 15 more games.
Where we at? What's their record?
They only got 17 games anyway, so they'll be lucky to win 30.
What's their record?
Last it was 20. It was 28 and it's 28-42, I think.
Man, we'll be lucky to get 32 games. Yeah, we'll 15, be lucky. We'll be
17. They should win maybe 8. They get half of their 8 or 7.
Man, we'll be lucky to get 32 games.
So they may win 3.
We 21-48 right now. One game above the Pistons.
Oh, that's right, 48 last time. But we should be 49. I thought we were 48 yesterday. But
we might be 49.
That's horrible. 21-48.
10-game losing streak.
They said it was 11 on the news, but
that's 10.
Sports.
Yeah, it's 10 games.
Because if we were at 48 yesterday, we should be at 49. So 21-49. But anyway, they're horrible. They're horrible. This team, what was the worst one we had? The 15-13 games? What was that?
When LeBron left, the first year, LeBron
13?
left. I don't know how many wins we got, but we
13-15. They got us Wiggins.
Hot trash. We was looking like hot trash, man.
I think that was the season we got. Next time we end up getting Wiggins. Wait, when LeBron left, that meant that was.
LeBron came back with Wiggins. Remember, he said
he came back with Wiggins. Yeah, we had to trade
Wiggins for
we
Kevin
traded
Love.
Wiggins, get Love.
Yep.
That's everybody. That's when we were saying we shouldn't have traded Wiggins to get Love because we could have developed Wiggins, and now we would have had a decent team with Wiggins.
And you could have got Love the next year.
Could have got Love the next year.
Exactly. You would have got Kevin Love the next year. You wouldn't have to trade. You just sign him to a deal.
And we didn't win till next year anyway. But
exactly.
Hindsight is 2020 on all that. But anyway. Yeah.
That was you know, we ain't gonna get into that. But we know what that was anyway. It wasn't the GM making that call.
Huh.
It was the other GM making that call.
Oh yeah.
The GM
That's
on the
the GM. That's the GM in New Orleans now.
So yeah.
Well, that's enough of the Cavs.
Thank God. Let's get off them. I was getting depressed for a minute, man. Let's talk about these Browns. About them Brownies.
We got a new kicker.
Yeah, we got them off waivers. We claimed them off waivers from the Jets. Chase.
So he's supposed to push our current kicker, and we released the kicker. So we had to. Now we released one. We got two again.
He's just.
I don't think anybody really cares about the kickers.
They say he's here to give Parkey competition. I guess to give
Cody some competition. Push Cody a little bit.
Yeah. They said the guy actually hit more extra points than Parkey, but the guy missed. He's like 76% on field goals. I think he made like 22 out of 28. So he's a little suspect on regular field goals.
Well, there's a difference between kicking in Jet Stadium and kicking this swirling wind in Cleveland.
You're right. It's a big difference.
So he had problems kicking in the Jet Stadium that don't have a lot of wind. He might gonna have some problems here. Cody's got the advantage because he know how to kick in this wind. It's not gonna be a lot of wind during preseason though, but early season. But it will be once the season starts. So
yeah,
I think Parkey gonna win the job. I think they just brought him in here to, like they say, you gotta have him. Well, I don't know what I got. Evidently, that last kicker, the kicker they brought in on free agent must have been pretty bad.
Man, all I can say is this team this year, we got a lot of competition going into this training camp. So it's going to be some cuts
A lot of cuts.
Players. It's going to be some good players.
Some veterans are going to be cut.
Oh, yeah. And I ain't going to lie to you. It don't look good for Taki or Mac.
You don't think so? I think so. I think so. I think Taki and Mac. Because I think them other young linebackers, they'll be on the developmental team.
Hopefully, I put like this. Hopefully, Mac come back 100% from the injury, and Taki, I hope they don't trade him.
I think they keep Taki
for special teams.
Taki was coming in his own at the end of last year, and Mac Wilson, he's still young. I mean, there's nothing we'll lose on Mac. We had a 6th-round pick, but he's still young. Those guys are still young.
I just think this talent that's going to be trying to make it this team, they're going to have to all play hard, man. The linebacker core, like the Takis and the Mac Wilsons, they're going to have to play. They're going to have to play better than what they did last year. Not saying that they didn't play good, but our linebacker core has been suspect, and you know this. So they want to correct that problem this year. And like I said, they got to step their game up. Now, Phillips,
I think you're going to see Mac and Taki step it up. Yeah, there are a lot of linebackers in here. But I think Mac and Taki, cemented in here just for what they know about him last year. Only way they won't make it, I don't think, if there's injuries or they just look bad.
Yeah, but they gotta just stay on a regular like health. They like you said, they healthy and should outplay these rookies. Don't let these rookies outshine them. They will make the team. But Mac has
healthy. Owasu was really the only linebacker they got to watch out for, of course. Second round.
Maybe even Phillips for real.
I think. Well, Phillips, I'm saying the rookies, but
okay.
Phillips. They like Phillips. We got Phillips and you got Walker. So that's
and we
4.
Got the veteran coming back too.
Some of them other guys. They moved Meander over to safety. He was linebacker, and they moved him over to safety. So that's one less linebacker there. But he's switching as a small linebacker to a big safety. So that'll be interesting. I mean, he's not super tall, but he's 215. So we're talking about a hitter back there, possibly a linebacker. I mean, at safety. So he's like more a hybrid safety linebacker. And then that Levante?
Oh,
he's the safety though.
Levante from Georgia.
Levante, he's the safety though, but
they said something like he might not make the team.
I think they believe he is because he's a thumper they want back there.
I keep hearing he might not make the team.
He's a rookie, so he could go developmental. Whereas we're keeping Harrison as the thumper, so that's going to be a battle. But safety's definitely going to be a battle. What? Cornerback's a battle. Safety's a battle.
Corners, safety, linebacker. That front 4 might not be a battle because you want to keep some rotational guys in there. So I see some of them front 4s. I see some possibilities of a lot of them making the team. But like you said, the linebacker, the safety, the cornerbacks, those are the positions where I see where it's going to be some trouble for a few veterans out there. Like you said, they gotta come with the A game because I see it's going to be some stiff competition.
I think across the board with the defense, that's stiff competition. The line, the starting lines are set, but the backups, that's stiff competition. The tight end, there's only one spot open for the tight end. That's Carlson. But right now, unless there's injury, I don't see Carlson losing his spot.
Nah.
Unless Njoku's traded, but I think they keep Njoku. He's got too much upside. Plus, we still on contract.
I think they're keeping Njoku, like you said, because he did good during the last couple games.
Towards the end of the season, yeah. And Brand, he just got to hold on that. Brian got to hold on to that ball. He made the catches, but he made them fumbles on them trying to make extra.
We got to remember Brian, he was the best tight end in football, and we drafted him.
Yeah, he was in college. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he made his catches. He just fumbled after trying to get extra yards.
Yeah.
So he just got to play a little more heady.
I think the smartest person out of the whole deal was Hollywood Higgins. I think he knew that he would take anything to stay with the Browns because he knows he might not get that play time.
I see. I think that first 4 is solid. Higgins and Peoples-Jones. It's 5. Schwartz, more likely Schwartz. Now, he could come up and move up a little bit, but
I think he's going to move up because we got somebody that take the top off. I think he's one of those guys.
That 6th receiver is a battle, and then the rest practice squad, bringing them up.
Hodges, like Hodges, but he might have a hard time making the team.
It's gonna be a hard time. He might be able to go in the practice squad because you still got Natson who has a full year on the practice squad. I don't know if Hodges can go to practice squad or not. Then you got the kid Ryan Schwartz. He's a possession. He catches the ball. He don't drop it. And he runs nice routes. So that 6 is gonna be interesting. Along, do the Browns have 6 receivers or have 7? And then, of course, the backfield is pretty much solidified between Chubb and Hunt.
Let's play. Okay, let me give you a scenario. And I know you've been hearing the scenario probably the last week or so. Green Bay calls you. You're the GM for the Browns. Green Bay calls you and says, I want to trade Aaron Rodgers for Baker Mayfield, shorts, and one of your defensive guys. I guess any defensive guy that you want to give me that's decent. Would you do that? Must be a hard decision.
Well, I was thinking if it wasn't Schwartz, I would do that because we still gonna need a receiver to take off the top.
Okay, so what if they say this? Okay,
we got such a great. We'll have such a great quarterback. He probably make it. I mean, we have serviceable receivers that Rodgers could probably make. If JoJo Natson stays healthy and we could get another receiver, guys who want to play with Rodgers, he can make them look good, like Brady makes other receivers look good. So with that note,
scenario for you, then.
I would do it. I would do it.
Let's say it's not even shorts. Let's say they said, I want your first round pick for 2022. And
I would do it.
And I need your first round pick for 2024.
I would do it because Rodgers, this line is so good. We could keep, and we running backs are so stacked. We could keep Rodgers healthy.
And like you said,
I think we could keep it healthy for 3 seasons. And he's only, well, how old is Rodgers now?
38.
He's 38?
I think he's about to be 37 or 38.
Brady is 40. Brady's what, 42?
Yeah, Brady's up there. Only reason I say I would trade for the 2022 and 2024, that 2023 pick, you can get you a quarterback.
I think we with Rodgers, we would win. We'd be a favorite to win the Super Bowl. You're talking about this. You'd have to prepare for Rodgers.
Rodgers is 37 years old.
37, okay. Yeah, I'd do it because Rodgers could be around for the next 5 years with this team.
With the help with the Browns line, the running
with the
back.
Browns line, and we improve more receivers, man. You're talking about the number one team would have to be Cleveland out of the AFC because you got the second best, you got the best, second best, you got the second best to first best quarterback in the league next to Brady. And you can't blitz him, you can't stack him. He can throw deep, he can throw short, and you're not gonna make no stupid throws, really.
And he can run when necessary.
And he will run on you when necessary. But with this team, he ain't gonna really have to run.
Nah.
But you know what? The people in Cleveland wouldn't do it because they love Baker.
Man, you know
You'd
what?
have a rebellion. You'd have a rebellion.
You know what though?
They wouldn't do it.
I was never a Baker Mayfield fan. I deal with him. I like him because he's with the Browns. Right. But you know me, I will suitcase him in a hot minute.
For sure.
I will suitcase him in a hot minute for.
I know that's so like okay. So like okay. Him, Williams in Seattle. We already said Lamar. Who else? Quarterback. Breeze is gone now.
Watson.
That's right, Watson. Yep. Watson.
Put Watson with the Browns. He'll stay.
What's the name? What's the name in New York? And with the Dallas? But it's a bunch of quarterbacks I would trade him out for.
Definitely. You could name maybe at least 7 quarterbacks you could say.
Shoot. How about Matty Ice?
Yeah. Matty Ice would have weapon galore,
or even Stafford.
Possibly.
Possibly Stafford.
Yeah. Matthew Stafford's not
what
bad.
about a thrower like? What about Goff?
Nah, they can keep Goff.
Yeah, they could keep Goff.
They can keep Goff and Wentz.
What if Cincinnati won the? Well, Burrow's injured, so
Now
take a
Burrow,
chance on injured Burrow.
man, Burrow's nice, man. I gotta give it to him. He surprised me, man.
Would you take a chance on an injured Burrow?
I wouldn't trade him straight up for Baker, but I would take a chance on Burrow though. You know what?
Who else is that we didn't name?
You know what? I would trade Burrow for Baker. I like Burrow. You know what I'm saying? He more accurate. He can throw down the field.
He can still be accurate, but we don't know if he's gonna be mobile.
Yeah.
So who else? What other quarterback do we name? What about Cousins?
Oh. Cousins, he average. He could probably win because he's just an average quarterback. He don't really do too much. He don't. Of course, Mahomes. I mean, that's a no brainer. No brainer.
Well, we ain't that thing not giving up Mahomes. So
no, I'm just saying. We just saying like quarterbacks we see.
Mahomes
that could win with this team.
No, Mahomes ain't going nowhere for 10 years.
Yeah, he's locked. He's locked and loaded.
He locked in for the next 10 years, as long as Reed is there.
Yep. Yeah. Locked and loaded with cash.
Remember, Levante would want to come. Levante Adams would want to come with his quarterback. So we have to trade one of the receivers. Which one we trading?
I'm sure he will. Ooh.
Landry or Beckham?
Ooh. I ain't gonna lie to you. This is my opinion, though, Bruce.
You're gonna say Beckham because you like Landry?
No, I'll say Landry.
You say Landry? Oh, I'll say Landry too. Can you imagine Beckham and Levante Adams and Hooper?
Because Adams do more work than Landry. Truth be told, he catch the deep, he catch the inside, outside.
Oh man, Beckham could just go deep all the time, not worry about him being hit.
Nah, ain't no 2-on-1 with that guy now, because you still got to remember Adams is still there, and he'll kill you by himself.
Man, what a receiving core! You wouldn't see a receiving core like that, other than probably Brady's receiving core, or the 49ers back in the day with Taylor and Rice, and I don't know how many others would have had a receiving core like that. Wow. In recent time, at least.
Right. It's crazy. That would be. That's fantasy football for you.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway. But Baker's gonna be better this year. He knows what he had to work on. The Browns receivers gonna be better this year. The offense is gonna gel because they had a second year. The players are hungry, and our defense is 100% better. And they weren't bad last year. I mean, you don't win 11 games and you bums, but definitely you got to play the Browns 360 because you're not going to be able to come back from behind from 20.
You're right.
Not this year. I think this Brown offense will look like New England and that of Dallas with Aikman and the 49ers when those Super Bowl teams were just dominant. with the offense and defense. I mean, they would just blow you out.
Yep. True that. Straight blowout.
And when they got to the Super Bowl, the blowout.
You're right. That's Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Cincinnati used to get blew out the water. They looked good. Championship. They looked good. Getting there. Playoffs, they looked good. Then when they actually get to the Super Bowl, they look like fools.
Yep, that Aikman team would just blow people out in the playoff Super Bowl. That 49er team with Rice and what was their quarterback? What was the quarterback?
Montana.
Montana, yeah. They would just blow people out.
Steve Young didn't miss a beat either.
Steve Young came in.
He took over.
That's what the Browns could have if they can keep this system together.
Yep, keep a little system, keep them coming in, just like how our two rivals got it. I ain't gonna say their names. You know who they are.
Yeah,
that's why our two rivals could stay afloat for like years and years, 20 years in the making.
Well, it'll be interesting. It's Browns' turn now. Ravens, I don't think they're going to keep Lamar around even though he wins. I think they're going to fall into that, you can't have a running quarterback.
Yeah, I see how they kind of doing them now, too. They not paying Lamar. So it might be possible. Nope. It might be possible they might get rid of him after this.
I think he's going somewhere else.
Yeah. Because we talked about the corporate Lamar, and he doesn't look like the corporate Lamar at this point.
Nope. And then they didn't get him any receivers.
Nah.
So he's running the same offense where he's got mostly tight end dominated, and he'll run a little. They'll run the ball.
Yeah.
So he's still going to be. They're talking about he maybe gets a free agent and develop some other receivers, but I think it just opens the door for the Browns, and therefore, as we said, Baker Mayfield is more marketable. Burrow is more marketable. We don't know what's going to come out of Pittsburgh yet, so I think we're looking at probably that Cleveland-Cincinnati rivalry back again.
Yeah,
and Cleveland begins to level the field with Pittsburgh and the Ravens.
Yep.
And that gets Lamar out of town, and the Ravens start rebuilding with another quarterback. I don't know who it'll be. And Lamar, who knows what Lamar? Lamar will go someplace to, if he stays healthy, to revitalize somebody else's franchise someplace else.
So what are the bad teams?
Say again?
What are the bad teams that need quarterbacks?
Well, Pittsburgh still needs a quarterback with Watson-Burger's hurt. That's up in the air. The Giants.
So does Lamar go to Pittsburgh?
You never know. If what's his name stays there, and he probably will, Lamar could go to Pittsburgh, but that would make Pittsburgh a weapon again. So I think Lamar will have to go somewhere else if they're trying to get Browns to win again. I don't think the Pittsburgh fans would just want to watch. They would want to watch
him run all game.
Run, no. So I think Lamar will pass more, but I don't think it's not going to be this year. He don't have the weapons.
Will he go to Atlanta?
He could go to Atlanta.
Matty Ice.
We thought What's Fields would go to Atlanta, and they passed on. Yeah, he could go to Atlanta. Atlanta would accept him.
Yep. He's already had
go to Atlanta. He may be able to go to Seattle and replace
Russell
Williams up there. But who else needs a quarterback, like you were saying? Of course, Jacksonville doesn't. Carolina needs a quarterback.
Yeah. So could he go to Carolina, ball out?
Washington needs a quarterback.
Yeah. We'll see. At this point.
Philly's still in the air with Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, I'm
The
surprised.
Giants are open at quarterback. Daniel Jones is okay, but they're not really happy with him.
Right. He's no superstar.
No. So we got Dallas and the Cardinals are set. The Rams, maybe, because we don't know what Stafford going to do there. They think he's going to do well, but Stafford has been there about 2 years now, so the Rams are still open.
Detroit.
Yeah,
Goff?
Detroit.
Goff
Well,
ain't playing
Jared
nothing.
Goff, we know Goff can throw the rock, so
But
he ain't gonna win down there though.
no.
So I don't think he goes to Detroit though. I think Goff is in Detroit for a while. They're gonna build up Detroit as a passing team. They're just gonna get some receivers. They like Kerryon Johnson at running backs, so and their other backs. Detroit's got a lot of pieces. They got a lot of pieces they got to get.
Don't they got Swift too?
Oh, Swift, they're running back. I thought Swift was in. Yeah, they got Swift.
Yeah, they got Swift. That's why Kerryon lost some carries.
So they still got a lot of pieces to fill in Detroit. Denver still need a quarterback.
I heard Aaron Rodgers was supposed to go there.
That's what they say. I don't think he's leaving. He's not going to leave Green Bay this year. Green Bay's a better team, far better team than Denver.
Yeah.
Miami's still on the up and up.
Tua. They got Tua. I don't know how
they weren't happy with Tua, so we'll see how he does this year.
Like you said,
plus he's injured. He's injury prone.
Might be interesting. Washington might be, like you said, Washington might be
maybe
a good fit for him.
Maybe. So I think those are basically all the teams I can think of. Anybody we miss?
It seems like somebody else missing.
Well, Jacksonville just got theirs.
Right.
The Texans. We don't know what's going to happen to Deshaun Watson yet. They do have Tyrod Taylor, but Tyrod's getting up there. So
they shut his mouth up. What about the Raiders? Are they sold?
They got Carr. Carr ain't going nowhere.
So they sold on him. They good with him
for right now. Yeah. They got to make the playoffs this year. They probably will. They got that extra spot. They probably will this year.
Yeah, they missed it by a little bit last year.
And they got to make Vegas a market. So somebody's gonna drop to make Vegas competitive. Like who made the playoff? Well, who made the playoffs last year? That probably won't make it this year.
Tennessee.
I'll say Pittsburgh.
Tennessee didn't. Tennessee, I don't think gonna make it this year.
Tennessee, except for they're struggling defensively, but offensively, base is the same. But they did lose Corey Davis. Yeah, Tennessee could struggle this year, so we might not see Tennessee or Pittsburgh back. So in that case, that would open the door for Oakland and maybe San Diego
and Indianapolis.
Oh, that's right. Rivers retired, didn't he?
Yep, they got Wentz down there.
So, Yeah, that's right. That's another spot that's open for quarterback because Carson Wentz is always injured.
So could you picture Jackson and Indy?
Jacksonville making the playoffs?
No, Jackson.
Oh,
Lamar
Jackson at Indy. Yeah, he could possibly go there because they had Kobe Brissett there for a little bit. But I don't think so. He could possibly go back to Texas since they had Deshaun. If they switch out Deshaun, he could go to Texas.
And Deshaun going to Baltimore?
Nah, but he could. Well, Deshaun throws, so he could go to Baltimore, but I doubt it. That weather's so bad. You're not throwing a rock around. So.
Welcome to the AFC North.
Yeah, in the wintertime, you can't throw the rock like that because you got to come play in Cincinnati. You got to play in Pittsburgh. You got to play in Cleveland. Even though Baltimore is not bad, but you got to play in those places. So you just can't. You can't be throwing the rock around. You got to have a good running game.
Mm-hmm. Running game has to be superb.
You got a good running game, yeah. So you just used to slinging a rock. It ain't gonna happen on no lake. And you're talking about Cleveland winning, so possibly a home game. Cincinnati would probably not be a home game. Pittsburgh, maybe a home game. Or the Ravens could be a home game. I mean, you knock out the Central. Except Kansas City's pretty rough too. You got to play down there in the cold.
Down at Arrowhead, definitely.
So except for them and Denver, you can't throw the rock all around in the snow.
New England gonna be tough.
Yeah, New England too. Gotta have a decent running game.
So that's a lot.
Oh, we forgot about New England.
They got Mac Jones.
New England's open. They didn't draft a quarterback.
They got Mac Jones, man.
Mac Jones. Mac Jones. Yeah, we forgot about that.
Mac
That's who we
Jones.
forgot. You said we forgot about one more. Yeah, that was New England we forgot about. Yeah. This is probably Belichick's last year. Experiment with Mac Jones, and he's out. Because if he drafted Mac Jones, he ain't drafting for himself. He's drafting him for the Denver fans.
So you think Belichick gonna be tired next year?
I think so.
That's it for Bill, huh?
This is probably it for Bill.
If
Mac Jones don't win.
Wow.
2 years in a row not making the playoffs. But then he still got what's his name. But somewhere along the line, they gonna bring in Mac Jones. Transition out.
Yeah, Cam Newton ain't gonna last in that.
No.
He's not.
Cameron, that Baltimore offense.
Yep. Cam is just a good athlete.
I mean, Cam had his time now. He's not gonna have his starting role anymore, but I would have Cam on my bench as a backup quarterback.
I would too. Definitely as my backup. No doubt. Definitely as my backup. So what do you think about the San Diego Chargers? I mean, not San Diego, I'm sorry. LA Chargers.
I'm not sold on Herbert yet. I haven't really seen him. I know he played out there in that West Coast, but he's out there in the West Coast. So he's in good weather. We'll see how good he is when we got to play out here in this cold weather. And I think this year he's got to play more of these North teams this year because he didn't last year, did he?
Nah, nope.
So we're gonna see.
He might have had Denver. That might have been the coldest he probably played in since they rivals.
Yeah, that's their division. They're gonna play Denver twice.
Raiders.
Raiders.
Oh,
What, Miami? So yeah, he's going to get some real football teams this year. We'll see how he plays.
you shall see. Most definitely.
See how San Diego holds up. I mean, LA Chargers hold up. Yeah.
We'll see how the Chargers hold, like you said, man. It's gonna be very interesting.
Well, right now the Central,
The North.
the North, yeah, the North is looking
Yeah,
weak.
like baseball, the Central.
The North is looking weak. Other than the Browns,
You
but
think
it
so?
won't be pushovers. Depending on how Burrow is, Cincinnati. If Burrow's not well, Cincinnati should be a pushover. Pittsburgh, we don't know whether if Roethlisberger is declining, then you pretty much just out of respect to Roethlisberger, they'll probably tank this year. And Lamar will be. He went from 12 to 11, so Lamar may be at 10, 9 games this year. Just make the playoffs. The Ravens will be a hard team to beat because they're going to run on you. And a lot of these teams won't be designed for the run. They're going to be designed for the pass. And so when you play the Ravens, your defense built for pass stopping, you can't stop the run.
Yep. True that. Well, it looks like it's about that time, y'all. And we thank everybody for tuning in, everybody for giving us the opportunity to do what we love doing. And we'll be back next Tuesday. Talk Browns, Cavs, Indians, and whatever else we got to talk about. And I'd like to give a special shout out to everybody who tuned in this week and every week and whenever you tuned in.
Yep, thank you all, and everybody stay safe and well, and maybe we'll have some real Browns news next week.
For sure. You know what? We're gonna have some schedule news tomorrow, so that means
that's right. Schedule's coming out and the preseason.
Yeah. So tomorrow we get the news for that, and then on Tuesday we'll talk about the schedule on what games we think we're gonna win, what games we think we're gonna lose. So we'll see y'all next Tuesday, 7 p.m. right here. Y'all can check out the recap on our YouTube channel, Tomahawk Entertainment Group. Check it out. And I'm Javon Bates, The Legacy.
Bruce P. Smooth Ballard. Peace.
All right, we gone.
What's up, Tank?
That's right, Tank. Where you at? We gone.
Tank.